wherever you want us to go, really. I'm glad to help and glad to answer as much as I can. I always try to come with a topic as well. So tonight, my plan is to discuss how to save money in the warehouse clubs. So it's one of the questions that I get a lot from folks when I'm teaching a workshop or even by email is, should I even have this membership? Will it save me money? Are there things that I should grab or things that I should never grab? So that's what we're going to try to cover. I am not 100% opposed to warehouse clubs. There are definitely ways to save with them, but I will say that there are things that you don't want to get there too. So I guess it's, a little bit of both on that one as to just an overall view. What I will say, if you do not currently have a membership to a warehouse club, I personally believe that you won't save the membership price. So if you're pondering getting a membership, always look for the deals. Right now, there's a free Sam's Club deal that's running, and I will stick that. I already had it ready. I will stick that in the comments for everyone. But in terms of the membership deals, that's when you want to join. So if you're pondering joining, and sorry, Facebook folks, my husband's going to have to stick that link back in because it keeps putting them in with funny faces when I do it on my back end. So we'll get the link for you guys on Facebook in just a second. But with the membership, if you're getting a deal on it, like the current one comes out to basically be free after the freebies, okay, then we're good, because if you go in and you're kind of getting deals, but you could have also gotten these same prices somewhere else on sale or on sale with a coupon, then I haven't really saved anything. If I had to pay $45 or $60 at Costco to become a member. So that's what I mean by I don't know that you would end up saving the membership cost if you are paying full price for that membership. That's a lot of savings that you're going to need to make up somehow. Now, there's other ways to save on that membership too, so let's just start there, I guess, because while Sam's runs deals all the time, like the one that I stuck in the comments, we don't see that as much with Costco. Very rare. With Costco, the best you're going to get is maybe a $20 gift card offer or some coupons. The coupons are not usually for free products. They're just dollars off of certain items. BJ's is currently running a deal as well. I forgot to pull that one, but we just recently posted it, so hopefully I can try to find it while we're chatting. With the BJ's offer, it's still not free either, but it is a good $20 or $30 off of the regular price. So that's the best time to grab one if you're pondering a membership. Always getting a deal on it. Now, the tricky part is that you can't use those to renew. So here you got a really great deal on Sam's. We did it when it really was a completely free deal earlier this year. We got a Sam's membership. I mean, if you're going to let me get anything I want in the entire store for free to be a member, basically, it was a fair trade. So we did that one. But when it comes time to renew, you can't use any of the deals to renew. So that's what they try to do to get you, is they're hoping that you'll get kind of addicted to warehouse life and you won't, or you will just renew at full price because you're not going to get a deal. But there is a way that you can save on that one. So if you're in that boat, you're at renewal time, trying to save, with every membership, you are allowed a second card holder. That card holder can be your husband. I would actually encourage you to make it a different family member. So I love my husband, but he is not, if I get a Costco membership, he's not the second card holder on the Costco membership. I am actually currently the second card holder on my mother's Costco membership. But when it comes time for her to renew, she can't get a deal on that membership. Instead, I can. So when it's going back and forth, and the reason that I say this is that currently I have lost my Costco card. But the only solution is to go to the membership desk and get a temporary card. I could get a new one made, but I just keep telling them that I know where it is because I'm just trying to get in the store. I'm not in there that often. But every time they go to look it up, they don't find it under my name. They find it under my mom's name. So when it comes time to renew, you, as the second card holder, haven't had an account, and you're good to take advantage of the deal. And then put that person as your second card. So you're just constantly switching back and forth as to whose name the account is in and who is the second card holder on the account. So just a big tip, because then you can take advantage of those deals, not necessarily to renew, because you're not going to renew, you're just getting them with the new membership. So let's dive in and see. I know some of you are already asking some questions, so dive in and try to catch some questions too. Laura says, the only time I see that it's worth it is when you have a business. And Laura, I'd have to say, I can kind of see it if you're, trying to stock a break room or something like that, and you're buying a ton, for sure. I've used a Sam's membership in the past when we ran a really big conference and I needed to get a lot of things. For a family, I agree with you. So many things that they sell on the grocery side, we will get cheaper. So if you aren't trying to do a crazy stock up for a ton of folks, then it's not always your best bet. But let's go through some of the things that are good and some of the things that aren't. Soccer Mom 1245 on the YouTube side is saying that milk is the go-to for hers, that at $2.25 a gallon at Sam's Club is cheaper it's definitely cheaper than the grocery stores. Doesn't beat the Aldi price, but most of you already know I don't make a separate trip to Aldi just to buy milk. But that's a good $1 cheaper than milk in our BI-LO or our Publix. So if you are already out and about. And then Dennis is asking, where do I buy meat in bulk? So I'll just answer on that one, Dennis. I don't grab it in the warehouse clubs. So we grab our meat actually directly from it's the Chef Store, the US Foods Chef Store, which there are a few locations in the Carolinas, but outside of the Carolinas, you're like heading all the way to Houston. So there's not a ton of chef stores, but if you look for restaurant supply stores or Google wholesale meat, and you'll find some, there are some in almost every major city, and calling them and seeing if they sell direct to consumer. And most of them will. So really, really good prices by doing that. So that is where we get all of our meat. So let's talk individual stores. Someone's chiming in on BJ's. Laura saying BJ's, you can use manufacturer's coupons. Definitely. They're the only warehouse that lets you use manufacturer's coupons. You can also use them along with BJ's store coupons. And you can technically use more than one of them. So if you went in and let's say instead of it being the biggest bottle ever of all, and instead it was maybe 3 of these banded together, if it has 3 barcodes, you are able to use 3 coupons. Now, it has to follow the limits of the coupon, so this is probably a bad example because all of our all coupons lately are limit 1s, but you get the idea. So a lot of times we'll see pasta sauces where it's multiple boxes together. BJ's is going to let you do that. So that's a perk for BJ's. And again, there is a deal. I've got to go digging. I'm not very good at typing and talking. So I was trying to pull it, but I gave up. So I'll try to find it while we're chatting on the BJ's deal that is currently running. It makes the $55 membership, I think it makes it $25 or $35 right now, but it's somewhat of a savings if you're wanting to go with the BJ's. There are not as many, here we go, not as many around town as we see in some areas, but there are definitely some. So I know South Carolina has like 2 in the whole state, none directly in my neck of the woods. So we have Costco and Sam's as our go-tos in this area. Let's see. So I'll stick that in the comments for everyone and if you're wanting the BJ's deal. So in terms of warehouses in general, some of the things that I would definitely go to a warehouse to grab if you have the membership. Again, not necessarily going to pay for the membership, but if you already have the membership, highly recommend over-the-counter house brand medications. So we're talking Zyrtec, Prilosec, all those things that we would normally grab house brands somewhere else because the name brands are still crazy expensive. But in the warehouse clubs, the house brands, the Kirkland's, the Members Mark brands are super cheap. We're talking a year's worth of Zyrtec for less than the price of 1 box of 1 month of Zyrtec. Prilosec is the same way. So always looking at those house brand over-the-counter meds. Same for ibuprofen and Advil and whatnot if you want. We do see some deals on the name brands, but we saw completely free Motrin here in the last week. Nowhere to the tune of 400 tablets that you're walking out of Sam's and Costco with. The one thing to watch on those large quantities is that they do all have expiration dates. So when it comes to over-the-counter meds that you don't take regularly, I don't know that you actually want to go with a 400 tablet bottle. But if you're taking Zyrtec every single day or Prilosec, you're not supposed to take it every single day, but you are, then go for it and get the larger size bottles. It's a pretty massive savings over even a house brand outside of the warehouse clubs. Prescriptions as well can be a pretty significant savings having your prescriptions filled there. So a tip on that one, most states, I can't say all because I haven't researched every single one of them, but most states it is a requirement that they cannot make you be a member. So if you want to use the Sam's Pharmacy or the Costco Pharmacy, I know in South Carolina, you do not have to be a member to go to the pharmacy and to get your prescriptions filled there and to get their rate. They're not allowed to offer a different rate for members over non-members on their pharmacy. So they can if they turn it into a savings club, which I think the Sam's Plus membership does get an increase in the number that you can have per refill and things like that. So if you're pondering which memberships to get and you have a bunch of prescriptions, that could sway you. But outside of it being an additional membership, they're not allowed to charge you. So if you've got a lot of prescriptions, that could be a way to save too. Let's see. Oh, and thank you, Ergen. So Ergen's saying BJ's no longer allows multiple coupons on a single multi-pack. There we go. I haven't been to a BJ's in a while, but I know in the past they used to do that. So thanks for correcting me on that one. Let's see. And Jennifer says, I was going to add my mom to my Costco membership, but they wouldn't let me add her because she didn't live in the same house with me. So Jennifer, maybe I should get my mom to chime in. So she's the one that added me to her membership. We definitely don't live in the same house. I don't know that, I don't know that it should even matter to them. But if they were to just give the name, I mean, they've seen my driver's license. I had to give it to them when I showed up. They never even said a thing. So my guess is it was maybe the person that was working at the desk when you got the membership. I would just try again when you head back in and say, hey, I want to get the second card, and this is the person's name. I wasn't even there with my mom when she signed up for it. Instead, my name was put on the account, and then the next time that I came in, I just went to the membership desk and got the card for myself. So they shouldn't really give you a hard time with it at all. So what's better for meat, the Restaurant Depot or a warehouse? Diana, I've not ever shopped at a Restaurant Depot. I do know that some of them require that you own that you have a business. So you need a tax ID number. It doesn't have to be a restaurant. That's what I was about to say, but you just need a tax ID number in some of those to be able to shop there. Others do not. So the Chef Store where I shop, you do not. Now, price-wise, the Chef Store, I can compare that for you. Hamburger, just this past week, I have been tasked with cooking meals for the next 4 weeks for our Vacation Bible Club, which is once a week, and we're cooking for like 50 or 60 people. So we did hamburgers and hot dogs this past week, and pricing that out, I could get hamburger at $2.19 a pound for 73% lean, which you want a higher fat meat for hamburgers. So 73% lean, $2.19 a pound at the Chef Store. Same 73% lean in Costco, which is where I was for a few other things for the same meal, was still almost $3 a pound. So it's a pretty big difference when it's coming to fresh meats. And that was just Costco versus them. I can't speak for Sam's Club. I wasn't in there that day, but I would assume the price is about the same. What I see for warehouse clubs and meat is that typically their meat price is the same price that we see for grocery store sale prices. In other words, if I can get boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $1.99 a pound in the grocery store, then I can probably get it for about the same price in the warehouse club. So it's not going to come out to be massively cheaper, it's going to come out to be about the same price. So pulling it up here, I can even show you, they don't really hide anything. If you are ever curious and you want to see what the deals are, you can pull it up and see on many things. So I searched for Tyson specifically just so that I would know that I had chicken. But you can get an idea of what they're charging. So chicken leg quarters, 98 cents a pound. We see that in the grocery store. We see split chicken breasts, $1.89. We actually see split chicken breasts cheaper than that in a grocery store. So this on this particular guy right here, they don't have any particularly just boneless, skinless chicken breast that's under Tyson, but that's just what I searched for. So you can do some kind of reconnaissance if you want to before you go into the store. So much of their prices is online without you even needing to deal with it. You also can, and you see the price may vary. I'm not logged in right now, but if I was, I could click on In Club and I'd be able to set the club that I was shopping at, or not even log in, but just set the club in your area, and you would be able to see the exact price in your area as well. Because, hate to tell you, if you didn't already know it, living in Atlanta, living in major cities costs more than living in smaller cities, and that's going to play out in your pricing everywhere. So you do want to plug in your particular club so that you know that you're getting the right price. There are some exceptions to being able to spot deals. Costco is one of those. So if you're ever on the Costco website, they are going to have some things that will say that you need to log in to see what the discount is. I currently just had up their instant savings flyer, and so just kind of leaving that up as we chat about it. But their website's not quite so open for you to see all the deals the way that the Sam's website is. So just to kind of compare those two in terms of saving and getting the idea from the website. And then Diana also asking, do the restaurant supply stores carry grass-fed beef? So not always. They're really catering towards restaurants, and most restaurants are going to get their grass-fed, very kind of swanky meats from local farms, because those restaurants are aiming to be farm-to-table restaurants. They aren't aiming to necessarily care about whether or not it's the cheapest item or the most cost-effective item. So most of their items are still name brands, still Tyson, still other big brands, but not necessarily grass-fed. You can check with your local store, though, and see what they have. Okay. Sorry, guys, checking in. So, and Matt's also chiming in the same thing with Sam's and others on optical. You don't... I'm guessing that your response was in terms of prescriptions, that if you're wanting contacts or glasses, that you don't need a prescription for those items or to see the doctor either. Probably, they're probably glad to have you in there. And then Nadine, I like your question, Nadine. So Nadine's saying, do you think I can also save on medications for my cat? So any prescriptions that you're filling, you can get them filled in those pharmacies, and you're good. Actually, when we were in Costco just this past week, I had one kid with me, and she commented, Mama, they have a sign out that says pet prescriptions. You can get those prescriptions filled really in any pharmacy. So it's going to work the same way. They're still going in as a patient, and their computer system, they may have a box for pet, but most of the time they're still going to make you give them a birthday. It's still going to ask the same general questions, and the same laws apply. So we have a big old lab who is on medication for seizures, and the same laws apply, meaning that we have to get blood work done on him regularly, and it's a controlled substance, and it's just like, really, he's just a sweet 12-year-old lab. Just let me get the medicine. But the pharmacies have to follow the same laws, person or furry, so the same rules are going to apply to when you're going to fill it and you're going to get the deals. So you could definitely get it filled there. Let's see. So in terms of shopping now, as you guys are, sorry, I'm trying to read and answer as y'all are asking so many questions. And so Wendy's question specifically, as we talked about flipping members, and I'm going to stick your question up here. So if I am the co-member on my husband's membership, can we flip owners and co-members when we renew, get the membership in my name, and then my husband is the co-member? So The tricky part when you go to do that is the address. Because when he goes to sign up and his address is the same as your address, more than likely the computer system is going to say no to allowing it to be his membership versus your membership. You can try. You could also try to possibly just use a different address for him to sign up under. But that's the clincher. It's not always the person, it's the address. Which is why I was saying, great if you can switch back and forth between like mom and kid or sisters, however else you can figure out to share it. But when you are on the same address, a lot of times they're going to say no. Okay. And Teresa's saying company policy is both members must live at the same address. Okay. So, and that your husband works there. So I don't know, Teresa. We've never had an issue with that one for us. So I guess Teresa's telling me that I'm giving you guys bad advice. I know for us, this is how we've kind of always done it in sharing a membership with my mom. And I don't know. So maybe you do want to go with that route then, Wendy, and just trying to switch back and forth and putting each one of you on as the co-member and then switching who it's in. I do know one thing I did for Sam's, because I had a Sam's membership in the past. It did not want me to be able to do the $45 free offer, and I think you actually got that offer that they ran earlier. So this was you use the Sam's Scan and Go, and you get your full amount back. When I signed up for that offer, it did not want me to be able to do it because I'd already had one, and I hadn't had one within the window. It just was saying I already had an account and didn't want me to be able to get a new one. This was one where you had to put in your email first, and then it sent the code. But the way this offer worked was when you paid the $45 for the membership, you got $45 off your very first purchase with Scan and Go. So using the app made it completely free. That particular deal, I just used a different email address. So if you run into that one as well, that could be an option. I was still eligible. It had been well over a year since we'd had a Sam's membership. It just wasn't happy that I was trying to use the same email address. So you can always kind of, try to make it work. We're not trying to break the rules though. So if Teresa's telling us it's company policy, I haven't read the policies on that one, but I'll trust you, Teresa. I just know for us, it's never been an issue in going in and sharing a membership with my mom. Okay. One other thing is Tina's even talking about getting prescriptions filled there too. So one thing to mention before everybody heads to Sam's for prescriptions, or Costco for that matter, is that many pharmacies will price match each other. So just a plug, if you've always used the Kroger pharmacy or wherever you are, it never hurts to ask, hey, I'm about to get this filled or switch this to Sam's, and their price is $17 and your price is $42. Kroger will price match on prescriptions. They will not price match anything else in the store, but the pharmacy will. And it never hurts to ask any other pharmacy as well. You will find that a lot of small mom and pop pharmacies have cheaper prices than the big CVS and Walgreens stores. And Sam's and Costco do have great prices on prescriptions. But if you're not wanting to switch your prescriptions to them, like if you don't have a membership, but you're just wanting to save the money, at least try price matching them before you move everything, because it's going to save you a lot of frustration to do that. And you can call. So I can call Sam's and say, hey, I have a prescription for Singulair. How much would this cost me a month? I don't have insurance. And they're going to tell you what their rate would be. You can call lots of pharmacies and find out who has the best price and price match them. That's just a major tip in saving on prescriptions for sure. And Matt's also saying, I wish Costco allowed you to see their prices via the web or the mobile app. So yeah, it's just Costco's a lot more hidden on what their prices are, but keep in mind that most of them are about the same. So I want to talk items that you shouldn't get there, and hopefully I'll get caught back up on questions. But having just been there and priced things out as I was walking around the store, I was really trying to kind of do all of our shopping for the next month worth of meals for church all in one night. I didn't really want to have to go back. So grabbing things that we needed. So we were making hamburgers and hot dogs last week. We were making lasagna this week, homemade, not Stouffer's, and what's next week? Taco night. So things for those meals in particular. So one thing to give you as an example is that generally in the warehouse clubs, canned and packaged items that are ingredient items, are not the best price. So these items are what we typically can get crazy cheap. So if you're a couponer, I hope most of you know how much this was. So this has been 16 cents here lately in Target. It's been the same price in Publix, a limit of 5. Well, I could go into Costco and get the same size jar. What they do is they take 4 jars and they band the tops together. So you're getting 4 jars of pasta sauce for $10. It's $2.50 a jar. That's the regular price for this pasta sauce in Publix, in Target. So you're saving nothing over the 4 banded jars on the pasta sauce. Just keep that in mind. Nothing. You're just buying 4 jars. However, outside of the Warehouse Club, those 4 jars you wouldn't even hit 80 cents. So that's one where if we're dealing with like actual ingredient items, canned and packaged ingredient items, I'm not going to say all the time, but probably like 90% or more, it is going to be cheaper to just shop the deals in the grocery store. These are not items that you want to grab in Costco. Another example, just from that night, I needed a bunch of baked beans. So again, Costco has them in the small cans. I don't have baked beans next to me. I should have grabbed them from the pantry, but I didn't think about everything I wanted to use as an example. So they have the normal size can that we would grab of baked beans in the grocery store. They've got 4 of them banded together again, or this might have even been 2, but they were still no cheaper than we would get in the grocery store. So in the grocery store, baked beans, we'll see them around $1.66 a can. And this is, I'm thinking like the 24 ounce. I'm trying to think of what that size is. It might even be a 28, but the taller size baked bean can. So in there, it was, again, almost $10 it was. It was a 4-pack put together. Almost $10 for those baked beans. More than I would pay in the grocery store. I had to go to the Chef store to get ground beef anyway, so that became a Chef store purchase for me. The Chef store does sell them in the large restaurant cans. That's what I was really aiming for at Costco. Costco does not sell that size, and I could get that for $5. So that restaurant size can is a 100-ounce can, which is about the same size as 4 in the grocery store for $5. Get the idea. So I definitely went that route over the Costco route. It's just figuring it out. So my tip for you in all of that is that it always pays to know what a good price is. And guys, really, that's a tip across the board anytime that we're in the grocery store. So your go-to for that is to use a by price list. There is a by price list that you can grab off of Southern Savers, and I will try to grab the link for you, but I'm also going to show you where it is. So if you're watching this later and you don't have the comments right there with you. So what I did was I'm on Southern Savers and click on the Learn to Coupon tab up here at the top. And this just walks you through the basics of what we're doing, how we're really getting the most savings. But right here is a button to download the by price list. So you can download that, and I'm going to stick that in the comments for y'all here in just a second, and you'll be set to grab it. I'm not sure if that is the most updated one, so when we're done, I will double check because I did just update it. We just sent all of the workbooks to the printer and got a new one, and I don't know if I stuck the new version on that page. So at the end of the call, I'll stick in a new actual PDF file for everyone to, with a new version of it. So it gives you an idea, at least, of what a by price should look like. And let me just pull it up just to show you what I mean by this if you've never seen it before. So a by price list is really a long list, and we're not going to go through it all, but it's a long list of what is a good price for the items that you would grab in the store. So the price is listed out. You have an idea of what you're aiming for. So this is for me, these prices are the after coupon, after sale price, because again, I'm not focused on the warehouse here for most of these items. But it's helping you to get an idea of what you're aiming for when you're in the store. So how that applies to the warehouse, though, is that now when I'm walking through and I'm seeing some things, if you had that by price list with you, and you said, oh, I don't want to pay 17 cents is not the price that's on the list because you can't go for the super crazy good prices, but I still wouldn't even want to pay more than $1 for pasta sauce. So if you're going to put 4 of them together and you're going to charge me almost $10 for them, no, I don't want to pay more than $4 for them. That's where the buy price list is going to come in handy to save you from way overpaying on a number of items. So be very careful on those sections. Now, some grocery items that are great to go for. Coffee. Not only are they usually always on those monthly instant savings deals, various brands that are always on sale, with the instant savings, you're usually able to get K-Cups that are down to less than 30 cents a K-Cup. And that is kind of my price point. 30 cents a K-Cup means that in the grocery store, you grabbed a 10-count box of Starbucks, let's say, for $3. That'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Yeah, you'd be there. So it's kind of aiming for that price point. But yes, you're getting that 100-count box. A warning on that one, make sure it doesn't have funky flavors that nobody's going to drink. So stick with normal coffee, but you get the idea. So coffee is a good one to grab. Another one, and I left this one on the kitchen counter, that we grab every time we're in Costco or Sam's, which I make it sound like it's a lot, guys. We're talking like 3 times a year, as often as I've used this membership this year. They sell a 3-pound bag of almonds, and we always come home with those. So nuts in general, really, really good price in bulk at both or all 3. I can't speak for BJ's, but all 3 of the warehouse clubs usually, because of just the pricing that they have on it. So that's another one that I would grab in the packaged section of the grocery store. Let's see. So some other things that you want to watch for, and I'm going to try to also jump back and answer some questions really quick. So Jennifer's saying, have I visited the Home Chef store here? I was told that you have to have a tax ID to go in. So Jennifer, the Chef store that is in Charleston is the exact same one that's here, and you do not have to have a tax ID to go in. Anybody can shop there, and we're talking the U.S. Foods Chef store. So just so that we're on the same page, because I don't know if there is a different store called Home Chef, but the U.S. Foods Chef store, there's one in Charlotte, there's one in Charleston, there's one in Columbia, South Carolina, Houston, Texas, I think in Tempe, Arizona. We can go really far west. But they are all open to the public, so anybody can shop there. And really, really good deals on meat. Let's see. A Costco business member may add another non-family member to the membership. If you wanted to go that route, the site says that the Gold Star member may have another household member. So there's the exact wording that is on the Costco page, that we're following the rules on that. And Brenda, Brenda's going to help us kind of go into a few other things to watch for. So she's saying, I love Costco's gas prices. That was me last week as well. So anytime that you're there or nearby, if you have a membership, you should fill up. Costco and Sam's both. Costco, I know for me, it was 20 cents cheaper per gallon when I was there last week. It's not in a part of town that I'm always driving past, but it is a significant savings if you're in the area. And all you have to do is just use your card, your membership card at the pump, and then fill up. So you're going to get the savings without having to, always trudge into the store or do something like that. So definitely worthwhile if you have the membership already to get the gas savings. And Matt says, I can't talk about Costco without mentioning their food court, especially their pizza. So if you're, I can't tell you how many times I've been in there and seen people eating their pizza, but I have never tried it, Matt. So just confession for you there. But I guess it must be very good. He's saying for the value. Yes, I will say their food court prices are very good. So is Sam's, for that matter. If you're going to head in, you want to give your kids a treat, you don't feel like you're splurging quite so much when it only costs $1 to get things, or an icy is 88 cents. We've experienced that once or twice. Okay, I have... so someone was asking about a different medication. Nadine's asking, what about GoodRx? Can you use GoodRx to save on pet prescriptions? It can really help. I have the app and keep it up to help to search for prescriptions. So I can show you, wrong button. Let's see, pull that back up. So the GoodRx app, you can type in the drug that you were wanting. So let's see what Singular gets us here. And it will... Sure, find the lowest price. I don't know if you're getting a pill down your cat or not. Sure. I hate giving people my location, but we'll do it. So it will sit there and tell you all of the options as to where you could get the best price. So I don't know if this helps or not. The Kroger Pharmacy member free. I'm guessing Kroger has an annual membership of $36. If you pay for their club, then you would get it completely free. It also shows the Costco price in here, the CVS price. You can tell you don't want to go to CVS and Walgreens. Really, I'm serious on that one. But you get an idea of where the cheapest option is across the board. So it is a very handy app. And by the way, if you didn't see it when I pulled it up, it is the GoodRx app. Is the one that it's free. They have a card that you can show to. Let's see. I thought it was in here. But I usually just carry the card in my wallet that you can give. But one thing that you can do, and we're here for memberships, but a lot of you have had questions on prescriptions. One of the things that you can do is show them various cards. Say, hey, I've got the GoodRx. CVS has another program that they're a part of. And if I hadn't tried to think of it, I could have told you off the top of my head, singular. I almost feel like it rhymes with what it was. But telling them, like, can we try this one? Can we try this one? And yeah, if there's somebody behind you in line, maybe you don't want to drive them crazy, but they will do that. They will sit there and try the different discounts and see what they can get for you. I've even had them say in Publix, we don't take GoodRx, but I gave you the employee discount. Great. I'm okay with that. So just seeing what they're willing to offer you is never a hard thing for prescriptions. Always let them do some of the work for you. But yes, and Tina's chiming in too. So GoodRx, if you've got insurance, you can't use both. This is really for folks. So I mentioned last week we actually talked insurance. We're on a high deductible plan. Well, our prescriptions apply to that high deductible as well. We do get a discount for Blue Cross Blue Shield discount on our prescriptions, but sometimes it's not that great either. So have them try GoodRx versus your insurance. They do not have to file it against your insurance if their rate is cheaper somewhere else. So it never hurts to ask, but if you have insurance, then you wouldn't use the GoodRx. It's really for folks who do not have pharmacy coverage at all, and that's where that discount's going to come in. Let's see. To jump through, what do I think would be a great buy in Costco? So again, we want to grab the house brand over-the-counter medications. Always a thing to grab. So we're talking Zyrtec, Prilosec, anything that you take on a regular basis that is over-the-counter. The name brand, so the Kirkland Signature, the Members Mark. Those are crazy good prices. You're going to get years worth for the price of one box. The other things that I would grab in there, Costco, my go-to every time I'm in Costco, they sell a 3-pound package of cooked rotisserie chicken that's been deboned, and it's in a vacuum seal package. That is enough for me to make, I don't even know how many casseroles. We did a huge chicken pot pie day, and I think we probably made 9 of them, and we still had chicken left over from this one pack of 3 pounds worth of rotisserie meat, no bones, just cooked chicken. It is not necessarily a deal because you're going to pay. It's almost $4 a pound. It's cooked chicken, but to me, to walk out and have that much cooked chicken, I mean, once you start using it, you'll be kind of amazed how far it goes. In terms of having a meal prep or freezer cooking day, that's huge. You already have it. It's already done. It's already cooked and ready to go for whatever casseroles or pot pies or whatever you're going to make. It is always on my list coming out of Costco. The other things to look for, Costco in particular, over Sam's, sells a number of organic items that Sam's does not sell in the frozen section. So look for organic veggies, organic fruits that are in big multiple pound packages. So we grabbed, this was not this past trip, but a trip a few months ago, I guess, 5-pound bags of broccoli, 5-pound bags of green beans. They are both organic. They were $5. So it's $1 a pound. I can't get green beans for $1 a pound in the grocery store, and it's, almost peak season for them right now. So when you can hit that and it's organic, you should. And Sam's does not necessarily have the amount of organic that Costco does. So just that's my personal opinion, and you may have found kind of, I don't know, where they're hiding them all in Sam's, but if you're specifically looking for organic, I've heard so many people rave that Costco is the way to go on that one over Sam's. We are not necessarily, just to be truthful, I fully believe that my goal is to put food on the table and healthy food, but not to go broke in the course of doing that. So if I can get a deal and I'm getting green beans for $1 a pound, I'm happy, and it just happens to be organic is really the case in that situation. So some other things to grab in the warehouse clubs. Jessica's saying paper plates. I tend to shy away from paper goods at all in the warehouse clubs, but paper plates may be a deal. I have not grabbed those there recently. But when you are looking at paper goods, try your hardest with paper goods to compare apples to apples. And it's not always easy, especially when we're talking like paper towels and toilet paper, because they're going to have their own size. And let me see if I can give you an example of that on Sam's website. So with, let's go name brand here, Bounty paper towels. Sam's will sell a warehouse-sized roll. Not a roll that you would normally ever grab in, obviously you can't grab it in any other store because it doesn't exist in any of those other stores. So let's see how big I can make this for you guys. But if we come and we look at this guy, the rolls, let's see if we can even get it super big. When you're looking at the size down in the fine print, many times it will say 12 warehouse or 12 club size rolls. It doesn't compare to a thing outside of Sam's or Costco. So what you need to come and do is really, we've got to go super, super fine print here, but we have to be able to compare how many sheets are in the roll or total square feet, if that's really what we want to get down to. I'm not saying you need to do this every time you shop. That just sounds crazy to me. But I do think that once you do it once or twice, you're going to start to notice how the deals are not what you think they are. So to try to give you an example, this is 12 whatever kind of rolls, because it didn't tell us that, for $25. Well, if I come to Southern Savers and we use the item search, Bounty is probably the most expensive paper goods that we could search for, but let's search for Scott, which is on sale lots of places right now. So I'm using the item search on Southern Savers, and let's see everywhere that Scott's on sale right now and the current prices. And I actually have it selected. If you go to your profile, you can tell it to only search the stores you want. So I have it set to just my 5, but oh, come on, show me everybody. And search. Oh, well, he's very happy with the 5 that I have. So in general, it's giving me one place I know that it's on sale, in Walgreens too, because Walgreens just loves to keep Scott paper towels. There we go. So I can get 6 mega rolls in BI-LO for $5.44. I can get 6, these are regular rolls in Walgreens for $3.25. The point of that being, that is still less than $1 a roll. Here, we're really talking 50 cents a roll in Walgreens. So I don't know if I can make that big enough for you guys, but 50 cents a roll in Walgreens. And yes, this roll may be half the size of this roll. Maybe it is. So maybe for the Walgreens roll, I'm getting 2 rolls for 1 roll in the warehouse. Still, this warehouse roll is equal to $2 a roll. So are you telling me that the Walgreens roll is going to be 4 of the Walgreens rolls to the size of 1 warehouse roll? I doubt it. I doubt it highly. Now, yes, I'm comparing Scott paper towels to Bounty. So let's see. Maybe they sell Scott paper towels and it isn't $2 a roll, but you get the idea. They don't sell Scott paper towels. So that's what we're trying to do. We can't always compare apples to apples, but we can definitely try at least once to do some reconnaissance and make sure that we really are getting the best price. So a lot of times with paper goods and laundry detergent, we're not. And that's really, it's to me, I always kind of start my workshops off this way. There are 3 myths that we all get in our head about saving money. And warehouse clubs are one of those myths. And we think that if we're getting the biggest package that God ever made, for me, this was the case here, if you could give me the biggest package ever made of diapers when I had twins, that I was going to finally save some money. It's not usually the case. So in the warehouse clubs, let's go there and pull up all detergent really quick. I bet a lot of you guys could chime in the comments how cheap all detergent is. Anyone with a Kroger nearby? I'm going to warn you guys, we have a very big storm that just came in. I'm hearing lightning and whatnot. So if I go away, it means we lost power. So with all detergent, to pop this up and show you, I can go in to Sam's and I can grab, let's see how big I can make this for you. We've got a 250-ounce bottle of all detergent for $15.82. And yes, that sounds fun, but let's slow it down for a sec. It's going to require a calculator on my part, but we could go into, let's see, 250 ounces. The one in Kroger is a 40-ounce bottle. So this huge guy is equal to getting 6 of the ones that we would get in Kroger. This is the Almighty, but it's always the same price. I don't know if they have Almighty packs, 120 count Almighty packs for $15.82. It's about the same. So 6 and a quarter is what it equals when we come out to the number of tiny bottles for one of these big guys. You know how much this is? In the grocery store on sale, 99 cents. You can go to Kroger through tomorrow night, 99 cents. Even if you don't have a Kroger, this in Dollar General is on sale this week. Last week, Arm & Hammer in Dollar General, 99 cents. I think you all have Dollar Generals. Did you know, by the way, little weird fact, there are more Dollar Generals in the world than Walmarts? Yeah, you all have a Dollar General. 99-cent Arm & Hammer last week. So what I mean by that is if this equals 6 of basically 6 of these, we're nowhere near $6 on this price. We're at $15.82. Now, I know that not everybody wants to coupon, and if you didn't want a coupon, you would walk in and you would get 6 of these on sale in Kroger. No coupons. On sale, the 6 would cost you $12. They're $1.99 a piece. You're still going to come out ahead just shopping the sale over the coupon, just to emphasize that one. But if you didn't want to do it at all, then yes, I guess this could be a discount for you. It's not a horrid price, but it's not a very wonderful one either when we're coming at it from trying to get the best price. Since the goal here is to save money, that's my purpose. That's my goal for y'all anyway. That's what I want you to see. So not always paper goods, not always cleaning supplies. What it is, though, I would focus on dairy. They've got very good prices on bulk cheese. Someone else already mentioned milk. Their prices on produce aren't horrible either for fresh produce, but just be ready to eat it. If you're in a small family, I don't know that you need 3 pounds of grapes. They're going to go bad before you can handle them. My kids almost couldn't finish the package of 3 pounds of grapes, and there's a lot of us. Now, if it's cherries, my kids will finish that off in a day and a half. Cherries are like dessert here. I give up, and I'm not buying any more this season. But just so you kind of get the idea of that as you're going through. So again, frozen veggies, dairy across the board, pretty much all of it. Eggs aren't bad either, though I haven't purchased eggs in a store in ages. And then medicine from over-the-counter meds and possibly the pharmacy, depending on what you're going to grab. Prescriptions, I go there for my contacts. It's definitely the cheapest price around for contacts and possibly for glasses, but I'm more of an online person for glasses. Using the deals that we find with like Glasses USA and GlassesShop.com, you can usually end up with a pair of glasses for like $20. And Sam's and Costco aren't going to be able to get you that price for sure. So, yes. So, and Matt, I agree. So Matt is saying, it does save you money if you aren't wanting to save money or you aren't wanting to coupon and you aren't wanting to go the other, into all the sales and whatnot. Yes, it can be a discount on a number of things if you're not going to want to shop the discounts or shop the coupons. But for folks who are, my goal would be for you to see what the savings would be outside of the Warehouse Club. So just so you can, we'll show both sides of it. But if you're not wanting to put a lot of effort into it, you just want to kind of go and get it all and feel like you got a decent price, then you're probably there. But that's the same thing. That is the concept of Aldi and Lidl as well. That's exactly how they're marketing themselves, is you're getting a good price without having to put a lot of effort into it. But it doesn't mean you're getting the best price, just so you kind of, see the full picture on that. Okay, let's see. And and Tom's saying, I've actually done the math on Sam's toilet paper as opposed to other brands, mathing out the sheets, and Sam's is the cheapest. So it could be the case depending on the brand that you're grabbing. What I would point you to, so for folks that are going to try to definitely get the best price, let's go best price here. Most of the time, our paper goods are really in the drugstore, which is mind-numbing. I know if you do not shop the drugstores, but it really is. We can get some crazy good deals on toilet paper and paper towels using the rewards programs that they offer. So I pulled up that Walgreens deal a bit ago, the Walgreens deal that is running. It's actually running all month long. This is no rewards needed. So they have the Scott paper towels. They've also got Scott toilet paper. That's part of this deal too. That's why I could take out the paper towels, and the toilet paper deal would pull up on this. But they come to $3.25 a pack with the sale and 2 coupons. If you don't want to use the coupons, just grab the sale. They're still $3.75 a pack. I think when you start to compare some of those to the prices, they won't compare quite as well as you thought they did originally. So if I'm going to compare full price to full price, though, they'll always win. Yes, hands down, I will agree with you. So even at Walmart, if I'm going to compare Walmart full price to Sam's or Costco, Sam's and Costco is always going to win. But that's not what I would hope. That's not what everybody is doing, in that we really can get some better deals by grabbing the sales and shopping sales. Okay, let's see. And to jump back in and try to grab some other things. Oh, Fresh Flowers, Lynn is saying, is where they go to. And then Carrie's asking, have I ever tried their Sam's Club wipes? Are they good? I have not tried. Well, we might have years ago, Carrie, but honestly, we've got, Huggies wipes were free last week at CVS, and Huggies wipes and Pampers wipes are always 99 cents in Kroger, and super cheap in Publix as well. So when we were in diaper mode, that's where we went for our baby wipes, if that's what you're asking for. If you're talking like Cottonelle Fresh Care wipes, I have not used a Sam's version for that one either. Okay, I want to hit on a few things that are also good, and this is one. So sodas, the warehouse clubs, and I can't remember whose name it was, mentioned, that they could see it being a deal if you owned a business. So think of that in terms of what is on sale in the warehouse clubs, because they really are catering to the person that's stocking a break room, or sometimes the person that's stocking a gas station. So super good deals on soda, LaCroix. You can get a flat of 24 LaCroix for $7. That's like $3.50 a 12-pack. Regular price. That's not even with an instant savings. You'll see instant savings on soda and on snack actually a lot more often than you will on other products. So it's not necessarily the grocery items that we see all of the instant savings offers that they put out every single month. And what I mean by that, we can actually scroll through the Costco website, but they put out a number of different offers. And if we go, I don't know if it's, I guess we've got to scroll to see all the grocery, but if we get down to Grocery Land, which is towards the bottom, it's generally snacky grocery that is on sale. I didn't mean to click on him, but you get the idea. It's a lot of chips. It's a lot of other snacky items, or very large items that folks are coming in to grab, not necessarily the things that you would be getting to make dinner And then it's a lot of drinks as well in terms of what has that instant savings offer. So those can be good deals because that's who they're catering towards. They're trying to make them good deals for folks that are running their own vending machine business, whatever you might be headed in there for. So keep those items in mind. The other things to watch for, though, so we've kind of hit, stay away from can and package. I'm thinking of how our store is laid out. You're okay in frozen, you're okay in dairy, and then one other okay, I guess, before we get to watch out for is a lot of people rave over the wine selection in Costco. Costco has their own house brand labels, but they're actually name brands behind those house brand labels, and that you can get some very good wines very cheap. So if you are a wine connoisseur, it might be something to look into. I wouldn't know whether I was drinking Aldi or anything else. I have no palate. So if that's you, though, you should check it out. Now, one thing to watch. So now we're kind of coming back towards the registers. You've got your wine, and then you have everything in the middle. The middle is not always a crazy good deal. It's their seasonal items. I know right now they have this massive blow-up boat. They have all kinds of things, tents and camping, outdoors, everything for the kids. With those items, what I would encourage you to do, it's just like using the buy price list that I showed you that's per item. I would encourage you to use the price scanner that is in Southern Savers in the app. So if you are using the app of Southern Savers, on the bottom of the app, and I'm not going to pull it up, but just the very bottom, there is a barcode scanner. It is meant to help you price match. Now, I can't price match in Costco or Sam's, but I can save myself from this oh, we should buy this. It's here. It's in Costco. This is a deal. Not always. So save yourself from that instant feeling like you need to grab the deal right now. Use the barcode scanner. See if it pulls up that particular item, and you'll have an idea, how does this compare to Amazon and Walmart and Target and everywhere else, because that's what it's searching all at the same time. And if it doesn't pull up that exact item, you can then enter, there's a type. You can just enter by type versus barcode and put in Coleman Instant Tent. Let's see what general prices are. Now, if you are about to make a huge purchase in Sam's for something that you have not already been considering purchasing, that's a bad call. You should definitely be researching these items. Anytime I don't know what your threshold is, but for me, if we're looking at spending even, I'd say $50 for something in that realm, I would hope that it's been something that we've pondered getting, that we've researched a little bit to make sure we're getting the right one, that you already know what that price point should be. So yes, you stumbled upon it in Costco, but you've kind of already been doing some homework on it. If you haven't, that's where that barcode scanner is going to come in handy to save you from those moments. The same in the books, all the book sections that are there, using the barcode scanner, making sure that book is not cheaper somewhere else. If you just have to have it, you don't always know what the deal is going to be, but that barcode scanner is going to let you do that for sure, and then you're good to go. Let's see. Oh, Jessica, we should have you as a guest sometime. She says she makes her own fruit wine. I've never gone there, but that sounds kind of fun. I would be up for trying it. Okay, I think I'm mostly caught up with everybody's questions. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything in particular. Now, let's see. Trying to go through the list. We've hit everything from gas to the things to buy, the things not to buy. One more that I would recommend if you have the membership. Again, we're not going to get a membership to pay for this one, but if you do need tires, most of them do end up winning in the tire department. Just watch for one particular deal, and I think when I was scrolling that I noticed it go by. So let me see if I can, I'll search the page and see if it'll pull up. But a lot of times Costco in general will run a, they are. So Costco has a $70 off when you buy 4 Michelin tires is the current deal. And then you can get some more off if you pay with their credit card. But if you wait 2 times a year, if not 3 times a year, they will run this $70 off when you buy 4, but they will also run 1 penny installation. And that includes the, which is normally it's normally that $15 per tire installation. See how big I can make it. But So twice, if not 3 times a year, you get the $70 off, and then you get this waived. They make it a penny. When they run that, that's when you want to buy tires. So putting all of that together, not saying that it's still the best price out there. You should still call around and you should still do some price matching and whatnot, but it's a pretty good deal because $15 per tire that you're saving on the installation and the disposal and all of that goes into it, plus the $70 off. So take advantage of it if you need tires. They are not running it right now. They always run it at Black Friday. And then they usually run it in the spring. I feel like they just ran it though, maybe a month or so ago. So you're gonna have to hold out till Black Friday. We may possibly see it before then, but those are the 2 times of the year that we usually see it. Okay, one more. I knew I had one more thing and I couldn't think of what it was. As we talked about it, and I know Matt was saying, not all of us want a coupon, but there is a way that you can save in the warehouse clubs that you may not be aware of, especially if you're not regularly couponing, and that is Ibotta. So we mention Ibotta a lot when we're talking about other stores, but just to mention that you can still use them even in the warehouse clubs. So if I'm headed in, some of them are on any brand, as you can see for Costco, it's a lot of any brands, but not everything is. So if I'm headed in and I do end up grabbing Clorox wipes or I end up grabbing some of these other items, I'm still going to be able to get this back. I just scan a picture of my Costco receipt into the app and it'll walk you through how to do it if you've never done it before, and you'll get some extra money back from your purchase. It's not going to pay for your membership either, but you couldn't use coupons in Costco or in Sam's, so they're letting you get some discounts that you couldn't get at the register, which is pretty sweet. So don't forget to look there. And if your if your app, by the way, does not automatically bring them up, because my app knows where I normally shop, and Costco and Sam's are not in the list of what's there, but you can also always just search actually by store. So I can put in Costco and bring up just the store if I wanted to, and then look at the offers that are available for that store. So just because you don't see it doesn't mean it isn't there, but it's a good way to just stack your savings and get a little bit more back that you weren't expecting to get by pairing in the mobile app on top of everything else that you already grabbed in the store. Okay, a couple other questions. Nadine says, and this is off topic, but it is fine by me. Do I think the Kohl's credit card is still worth having even though the terms have changed? So Nadine, with the Kohl's card, as things are going to change here with their rewards program, really at the end of July is when a lot of the things are going to change. We'll have to wait and see. I already have the card, so I'm not going to give it up. But I do think we're still going to see card holder offers that are higher than regular shopper offers. They've always run that way. They've always encouraged their credit card holders to shop more than they've encouraged non-credit card holders with the 30% off offers. I don't think we're going to see the free shipping offers as much. That's kind of what it's sounding like. But I don't think you're going to see a huge change in this percentage off offers. And that's really the perk of having the Kohl's credit card, is how much of a discount you can get on items. Just please make sure you have it set to just auto pay, because the minute you pay a late fee, you just wiped out all your extra savings. But Kohl's and Target both win at that, guys. The Target Red Card, totally worth having. I only shop in Target maybe once every 6 weeks. But there's no fee. There's no reason to not have the debit card, at least for Target. It's the same perks, both debit or credit. And then always getting 5% off of every purchase and always getting free shipping on every purchase. Well worth having if you are even pondering heading into Target on a semi-regular basis. And Kohl's has always been that way as well. And again, Carrie, on the tires, I'm not sure. I am pretty sure they just ran it in the last couple of months. So I would look for it to be right around Black Friday is the next time. But hopefully we'll see it pop in before then. And if I do, I will try to send you a Facebook message, Carrie, if I see it. But I'll also try to make sure that we post it to the site, because I know it's a very good price on tires. Okay. And what changes are we expecting in terms of Kohl's? So Kohl's announced, that's really all we're going on. They announced, and an email went out to some card holders that they were going to make some changes on their rewards program. and on the types of offers and incentives that we're seeing. So Kohl's is hurting. They've not hit the sales numbers that they have hit in the past. That's really what is pushing this. And so they are wanting to drive more consumers. Honestly, it sounds like some of what they're planning to do is what JCPenney's tried a few years ago, and that did not work so well for JCPenney's. So we'll see, but they're saying across the board that they're going to lower prices to try to be more in line with the prices in other stores, which Kohl's does need to do a little bit of that. And then reducing the free shipping codes and reducing the rewards program from their wording was from 10% to 5%. It is going to be across the board a change in the Yes to You rewards program. They've already been piloting that in some areas. And then we'll also probably see some changes in the Kohl's Cash promotions that they run as well. But a lot of it is still yet to be seen. It's just from a press release and from an email that went out is what a lot of folks are making the guesses from right now. The change dates is in July for this, so still have a little bit of time before anything big is going to happen in Kohl's land. And yeah, I agree. So Kohl's, I mean, they do have some great deals. Folks will always ask me, where should I get a trash can? Where should I get curtains? Like, always going to tell you, wait until Kohl's is running 30% off, wait until they have a 10 off 50 in housewares, and go crazy. So we're almost there, guys, by the way. If you didn't know that, this is the triple stacking window this week for Kohl's. So it's a happy Father's Day, stacking it all. We've got codes for men's clothing, women's clothing, 30% off your entire purchase, and a free shipping code if you have a Kohl's charge card and you earn Kohl's Cash. So this is when you shop in Kohl's if that's what you're grabbing. And definitely if they're going to make changes, this is the time to shop, because who knows, I guess, what next month will look like. So I don't know. Okay, well, we're there. We're at our normal cutoff time. I hope that we hit a lot on warehouse clubs. I didn't mean to ignore BJ's, and in terms of BJ's, most of the same applies between BJ's, Costco, and Sam's. So you're still looking for those house brand meds, and you're still looking for frozen, for fresh, for dairy, those types of items, even in BJ's. So just take your coupons with you. That would be your difference between BJ's, Costco, and Sam's. But thanks for joining me. I hope that we hit some things that you didn't know. And I know getting to catch up on some of the things that y'all chatted about was interesting too, and hearing what folks are doing. So if you have anything that you want us to talk about in the future, always send me a message or an email. I will be glad to throw in anybody's topic as an upcoming Q&A. And if you have questions that we didn't hit, feel free to send me a message or an email about that too. My email is jenny@southernsavers.com, or Facebook message, just right there from the Southern Savers Facebook page. I'll warn you, I'm a little faster on Facebook messages than I am on email, but I try to answer. So thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will chime back in on Wednesday with the deals that we grabbed in the grocery store. Y'all have a great week.